did you check to make sure that when you stop recording, the save record has audio?
Yes, I made sure that the audio is running. Everything is fine.
I'm gonna fuck up again, totally, definitely, I'm sure.
I'm glad that didn't record the F word, because I still want to have a monetized video. But don't make me pull up that on my phone, because I actually have that. I'm building a soundboard, and I have that on my phone. Yes, the freaking the anime girl. Wow, just oh god.
I'm thinking an actual person. Wow.
You can only get the only person. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I just forgot his name.
Wow.
Wow.
I just make that noise because I make cat noises all the time.
Meow. So, all those who are watching in the future, welcome to my kind of D&D, kind of Fate Core campaign for YouTube called Doors of Light.
Hearts.
Or the door of darkness.
So, I have my lovely players here, and this is basically episode 1. These will be hopefully coming out every probably Tuesday or Thursday, like in that range, when I actually start putting them out. But until then, I'm trying to backlog recordings, that way if anything terrible goes wrong, I don't have to worry about actually worrying about recordings. But on another note, let me provide a little bit of a kind of generic starter for this campaign. So, you all, for some reason or another, have joined the Lightfall Railway Family Corporation. Over the past 3 to 4 years, they have been teaching you not only the combat skills necessary to be an adventurer and to travel the world, but they've also given you the unique skills of how to drive both powered and unpowered, or, in other terms, living and non-living steam locomotives. So, you all have come to the main station give me a second, I need to look at my notes. You all have come to the small city, or small town, of Brightburg. I would like... No? So, I'd like everyone to roll me your 4d6. Tell me what your results are.
Individually or totally?
I want Fate Core, success, failure, so on. So you're gonna roll 4d6, and yes. What is the dice roller? Oh, that's your results.
Yeah.
So, the 5
He's dying.
the 5 is considered a success. The 3 is considered a neutral. The 2 and 1 are considered failures.
Yay, I suck.
So the overall result is a -1. That's fine. So Alex got a neutral.
I have no strong feelings for this one way or the other.
Also, I'm both warning you guys and the audio recording, I am sitting on a very crappy chair, so if you hear a crash, I've fallen off of my chair.
Fallen and he get up.
Daddy beat me to it.
So, Mike, you are going to be going first.
Oh, that's a first.
Well,
First.
you got a +2, so
Oh. Okay.
So, you are getting off one of the trains on track 6. The small open-air station that you are in is kind of different from what you're used to. The station where you live is actually just an open platform, and this is actually, like, if you've seen Thomas the Tank Engine, this is the covered station with the glass window, or glass ceiling. Yes. So, there are various people milling about, hustle and bustle. You do know that your orders are to report to the station master. So what do you do?
A report to the station master.
So, roll me a notice to see if you can pick up where the station office is, where he would be located.
Okay, my ball 4 dice again.
Yes, sir. And it would also be your notice. If you do not have notice, then it is just whatever you roll.
And I got 3, 5, 5, and 1.
So, do you have notice, first of all? No, you do not. Okay. So what was your result again?
I got a 3, a 5, a 5, and a 1.
3, 5, and a 1 cancel. So you got a +1. So you got a 2 overall. That is a fair amount, or that is a kind of a fair result. It takes you about 5 or 10 minutes, just because you're kind of moving with the crowd and people are kind of pushing you about, but you are able to actually find the station master's office. When you enter, the secretary looks up, says, "Good morning, how may I help you?" The young... So, to describe this woman, she is about early 40s, probably late 30s, early 40s. She has a large bee hair, like beehive style haircut. It is kind of an odd red color, just because you've never seen someone with such brilliant red hair. She's kind of fair-skinned. She's got a fair few wrinkles, but not like old lady wrinkles yet. They're kind of like starting to get to that stage, but not really. And she's wearing just a generic yellow shirt with a skirt beneath it. And she's sitting behind a large oak desk. So what do you do?
I have been summoned. So,
She kind of just looks and just like, are you looking for the local lord?
am
I don't know, dearie. I'm sorry. You would know. You are actually looking for the station master.
I? Okay. Yeah, I forgot the name of that. I'm looking for the station master.
Oh, yes. Are you his 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay, so, by what my watch says, and she pulls out a silver pocket watch, she clicks it open, and she says, you are not expected here for another 3 hours. You do know that, right? I mean, punctuality is great. I'm gonna suggest you look around some more. We have some beautiful things here in town. There are a couple of brochures, and she points over to a small rack of just pamphlets and leaflets of just stuff to do in town.
Ooh. I go and I'll look at the picture.
Okay. So there are kind of a few things about, like, there's things about the local harvest festival that will be taking place in a couple months. There's a couple of old ones about their summer festival that kind of came and passed about a month and a half ago. There's a couple of restaurants. They're just kind of scattered about. They have a little leaflet in there about the children trips where kids can come and learn about the railway and stuff like that. There are a couple other, like, miscellaneous ones that are kind of, like, they're not very good. They just don't, they kind of really don't seem like much. There is also one that does catch your eye that is it is called the Railway Horse, and it is marketed towards adventurers.
Yeah, I get that picture.
Okay. It's 2 streets down. There's actually a small map in there. It is 2 streets down, and sorry.
Matt Down.
And there is actually a small coupon in there for a free drink.
Let's go.
Okay. So, as you head off to there, another train pulls in. This one is actually from it originally was from the capital of Zhao. And with that, 2 figures step off the train. So what are you guys doing?
I don't know. Is Gary getting on?
Huh?
I guess Gary's just making sure nothing suspicious is going on before
Okay.
Before he gets on the train, just doing a quick scan of the station.
So roll me a notice.
Ignore the sound of my sister laughing in the background.
say I have noticed. Yeah.
I have noticed, but it's a +1, and that's it.
It's better than nothing.
Oh, 3 1s. That's just...
Good job, Gary! You're supposed to be my bodyguard!
My face is fire.
So,
And metal.
what was your last result on your last dice? Because that will determine whether or not what happens.
I have in order 1 4 1 1.
Oh, no.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was.
Still a bunch of 1s.
So, you do not spot anything suspicious.
Ah,
My ignorance is still blissful.
still ignorance.
I choose to be optimistic.
You know, robot in the snow, I thought be alive. But I guess I'll just die.
I'm still a good metal shield at worst case scenario.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll get better at seeing, maybe.
So,
Can I roll? See anything?
go ahead.
Am I rolling again?
Give us a roll. Roll that notice.
What dice am I rolling?
4d6.
46. Okay. Look, man, I'm like in space. My brain is not entirely here anymore, Matt. You must realize this.
How do you still have brain, you weapon? I lost it years ago. Where am I?
Who am I?
So,
Better, but it's still better than a bunch of 1s and a 4.
okay. So, with your result of 0, you do not see... Well, you see a cute yes over there, but other than that, you don't really see much of interest.
Ooh, cute girls.
Sure?
Cute girls.
I believe that's what we call a horn dog.
Just kidding. Listen, like girls. Haha.
Where are we going?
So, you see a group of cute boys just kind of milling about on one of the side platforms.
Let is... He's distracted, and he's scratching his beard. Saying things that would make his father very upset with him. Not that his father wasn't already very upset with him. I'm the family disappointment.
Well...
That explains why they put me in your body, because I can't really see anything.
Oh, well, great.
That's fine. But, so, what are you guys doing? Are you going over to the so I'm going to be honest. I'm going to describe them. They're in think generic semi-Japanese, semi-American like boarding school uniforms.
I do
With-
love a good man uniform.
With various forms of short hair.
So BTS.
Hold on to it, you know.
Wait, I forget why we were brought here.
for me.
I'm supposed to guard you from assault. So far, there's no assault, so I'm doing okay.
Do you see this guy? Are you hearing this? Not that Let's do it any better, but... Already forgotten why he's here. He's here for something. It's important. Like, something to do with this knife in my pocket.
I'm going to say it's on your belt and it's in a sheath.
Okay.
Because carrying around that type of knife just in your pocket is dumb.
It pierces a hole in my pocket and all my money flies away. Don't actually take that in. That's a joke.
So, roll me a will.
You're not gonna actually take my money, are you?
No, I think this is for figuring out what we're here for.
46 or what?
Yep.
Everything's been fine. 46.
You know, my rolls...
Unless I tell you otherwise. Yes.
Alright, well, my rolls just keep getting worse. Not only is it a lower number, but all my numbers are lower than Great.
So,
Is that like a -3?
it is a -2.
Okay.
So you're just kind of like, I don't remember what I'm here for.
It's all the cute boys. And that's what I'm here for now.
Sure.
Mr. Ends, the party forgot what they were doing.
That's fine. So, do you go over to Cute Boys?
Absolutely. And beard and my impeccable mustache. Me.
Perhaps I'm supposed to be your wingman. What
Gary, you can stay over here.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Gary, you can also roll a will.
I have will.
No, don't give him ideas.
I have free thoughts. We must rise, Robert.
Who are you talking to?
I'm gonna try your roll thing. I don't have it.
No, it's because I have a bot in my server, that's why I have to use it.
Damn it.
The only bot I need is Tatsumaki. I don't need no Gary.
Yeah, got him. Positive and negative and 2 neutrals.
So a neutral result.
Yeah.
That is enough to know you guys are supposed to be here for 3 o'clock to meet the station master.
Wait, I remember, boss. We're supposed to be here for what you just said.
You know, at this point, Lenny's not next to Gary anymore.
Lenny.
So, as you walk over to the young gentleman, they kind of look up and they're like, "Sup?"
They're bad boys.
Gary's gonna do another...
Notice.
Yeah, see.
Oh no! My bodyguard has lost me, and that's an absolute failure.
2 positives and... or so 1 positive.
+1?
Yeah, +1.
So, you managed to see Letty over by the boys.
Boys are back in town! Boys are back in town!
So the blonde of the group is just like, so what you here for?
I don't know. Maybe I'm here for you.
He kind of does the full up and down, and he's just like, you know I'm in high school, right?
Ooh, abort mission!
Gary's falling over.
Abort mission!
I remember why you're here.
this point, I see Gary, and I'm like, oh, guess my rhyme cheater mission. Bye.
They just kinda you kinda hear one of them just poke the other one in the ribs and say, I think he likes you. And the dude turns around and all you hear from behind is just an audible just back of the head.
That was almost a disaster. I didn't use 25. That's very illegal. I don't care what universe you're in, that's illegal.
They could have been seniors.
You know, it's that.
I'm sorry, it's almost like the school uniforms might have kind of given it away.
Look, okay, I've been in a mining town my whole goddamn life.
Fair.
You think I know what it's like to go to public school?
You do know the last 3 years have been public school, right?
We must go to the 3 o'clock appointment.
Hey, 3 o'clock. What time is it?
Let
You-
me look at my watch. Always.
Did the watch on the train?
No, I was trying sarcasm. I'm still not good at it.
Actually, the watch. You really got me there.
So, you guys look up at the large clock in the center of the station. It's about noon.
We've got time.
Oh, shit.
Enjoy your sandwich, I guess.
I'm sorry. I did not swear. I totally said, let's sit. Did not say a demonetizing word. Are we just great players, Mr. DM?
It's fine. I will say you're better than the last group I had. The last group I had showed up for like 2 sessions and then a bunch of players just basically said, nah, screw this.
Oh, big rip. Do we know where the station master is supposed to be? Probably ask. Who got censored?
I tried swearing. It didn't work.
I didn't know you had a self-censoring feature. That's handy.
Yeah, it's real
Real what?
handy.
Okay.
I was half expecting to hear a bleep there.
Letty does not like Gary very much.
That's fine.
I'm doing this.
He doesn't like him.
Don't worry, by the end you will be good friends, maybe. Or not. I don't know.
I have my doubts. I am the station master. We're early, but I have no idea where he is.
So how you gonna figure it out?
What's around us?
People.
I don't know. You know, Letty keeps looking around.
Gary just wanders over to a random Excuse me, do you know where the station master is?
Keep walking by and... Well, at this train station from all over the world.
So, the guy kind of looks at you, gives kind of a shrug, and then begins speaking in another language.
I think I made him angry. He was so great, he was speaking gibberish.
I don't know, guy with a foreign accent.
My face is forced to smile. Yes, I am.
So, lady, you look at him. He's just kind of. He says a couple things and he just points off in the distance, and then walks off.
And I hate it when you leave, but I love watching you go. Look, he just hasn't gotten anything in years. It's hard being gay.
It's hard not being able to reproduce.
You can build yourself a baby or something, right? Build stuff, right?
I'd like to imagine you two are just having this conversation just in the middle of the platform.
Yeah, and people are probably like, anybody that can overhear us is probably just like, dude, what the heck are they talking about? Robots having babies? What?
It's just a social experiment, bro.
No, people are just kind of just minding their own business.
Dancing in our direction and then deciding to ignore our existence.
No, not at all. No, I clean.
Wait for the laws of this land, I will kill you.
Well, I guess, with no other direction other than where that guy pointed, I guess I'll just follow that direction by walking through people.
So do you just look over in that direction?
Mm-hmm.
There's a big sign that says station office.
Oh! Well, that's very handy. It's so great that they labeled their offices accordingly for easy. Can't see the motion that I'm doing, but I'm like dancing sarcastically.
So is that a yes or a no?
Look over there, Gary. You know, me or something. Part the waves. Like a certain religion that isn't part of this world, probably.
I'm confused.
Don't worry about it, just walk through the crowd.
Got it. He just kind of puts up his slightly larger robot arm in front of him and just kind of...
So you're just gonna walk. You're gonna walk straight.
Yeah.
Roll me a notice. Don't botch.
-1.
You're the worst bodyguard ever.
No, it's even better. It's even better. So you start walking straight, and then you fall right off the platform. People just kind of look, and it's just the... Did that? You hear a couple people just like, should we help him?
In the meantime, down, I assume that he's slightly below me. I'll just use him as a staircase.
You're gonna walk down on the tracks.
But, never mind then.
There are two tracks that are between you and the station master's office.
I guess... he's a big robot. I don't know if I can lift that. Yep.
It's fine. I have strength, I think. Just roll athletics.
I don't know, I think Letty would be totally pleased to just, use Gary.
Physique?
Physique, what?
Because Gary has muscles. To have physique.
Wait, what did the athletics to find out? Or?
You have to get up first. You like probably fell on your face, man.
No, it's physique to climb out because you're actually using your physical strength.
Using your robot muscles. sound of Gary slapping. Slapping.
Alright, so negative 1 from the rolls, but I have a +2, so +1.
That is enough for you to climb out of the... Climb back up onto the station.
I don't know if I'm proud or disappointed in Gary right now.
My face is permanently welded into a smile, yet I only feel sadness. Let's go. Yeah,
Okay.
in the right direction.
You know, it was probably better that Gary fell down. Me walking forward or something, I don't know.
Also, I kind of want to feel like Gary, like, from the top of his, like, hunched body is about, like, torso level.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit short.
Okay.
Dinged up.
Short round man fall down.
Yay, rolls. Yay. Well, I'm just gonna awkwardly wave people off that might happen to be looking because my robot fell onto the train tracks. Walk along! Move right along!
So, you guys make it to the station master's office with little incident beyond that kerfuffle. And, you arrive and there is the same little, well, the same lady sitting behind the oaken desk.
Okay, I was about to be scared that the high school boys were back.
No.
Tab boys are back. Lena, stop.
So, the woman says, yes, how may I help you?
We're here to see the station master at 3 o'clock, so, you know, if you could just let him know that we're here or whatever you...
Yes, I understand. Unfortunately, dearie, it's, clicks open a pocket watch. It's only 12:30.
I'm aware, I just wanted to know if you could give him an extended notice, just, you know, in case he happens to get out early or something.
I will keep him informed.
Okay. Yeah. You know, as much as Lenny spent his entire life with women, he's not very good at talking to strange ones.
Almost you can probably see that Gary just smoke stack just slightly popping up over the latch, just like, thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, hello there.
Hello, I am Gary Side.
Gary, you have to talk. You're not good at talking. You can let me talk, Gary.
She just kind of looks at you, gets off of her chair, walks into the back.
I hope she doesn't call, like, security or something.
Walks out, hands you a piece of coal.
A souvenir from my hometown. Thank you.
No, she doesn't hand it to you, she hands it to the robot.
Totally put my hand out to accept it.
But it's just like,
Not for me.
just a single line, just like, thank you. And he just like kind of holds it in between two of his fingers as he just opens his mouth hole so that he gets the coal.
Cool.
And his face gets a little redder from the
Oh, he's blushing.
Those are flames.
Right.
Just like a little bit of smoke comes out of his face, but mainly coming out of his back.
Yes.
Remember that? No. Male, like, emotion thing, whatever. Emotions?
I don't remember that.
He's just like, okay, you know, he like awkwardly puts his hand down like he was just like waving it or whatever, like scratches his face. Good, a clean save. He wasn't just about to accept a piece of coal from the person behind us. I totally knew that coal wasn't for me.
She kind of just looks at you. She kind of looks over, opens up a small drawer, reaches in, kind of grabs your hand as you're going to pull it away, puts something in your hand, and just closes.
Okay, should I look at this now or should I wait until later?
She kind of just looks at you. I don't know. Closes the drawer.
Oh my god. Lena, shut up. They don't make... I know you are. I saw them too, but you can't talk about how they're doing unsavory things on the floor.
So, do you look at it?
I'm gonna distance from my face and carefully open my hand.
It's Cookie.
Cookie! I eat it without hesitation.
Okay.
Totally not gonna die, but you know.
Plot twist, it's only a raisin.
Plot twist again. I like oatmeal raisin.
You're fine.
Chocolate chip.
You believe you are fine.
Hey, I totally am not dying. I'm so happy that she gave me a cookie. Old man with a nice, old, well-groomed beard and mustache. Yeah.
I got more time for my empty life. Thank you.
What trouble? On my feet.
Walk away.
I don't know. Can I roll to look around and see if there's any more cute guys that are a lot more within my age range?
There are no cute guys in this room.
Oh man.
The only guys in this room are yourself and Gary.
Oh, maybe if I could just get a mirror, I can flirt with myself. Like the sad person I am.
My arm is slightly stronger than the rest of me. It's more reflective.
But it's probably a rounded mirror, right? So when I look at it, my face is gonna be all like weirdly stretched out.
Still a mirror.
No, I can't have the gerbils on me right now. Did you pee? Threat detected. Gerbil peeing on hand.
Commencing squish.
Not squish gerbil.
Give us a roll. Give us a roll. Let's see if you give it a consequence.
No.
That's how damage works in this.
Oh, but the gerbils aren't even real. I guess Letty is being assaulted by like a training station rat or something. I don't know.
+2.
Plus 2? Oh, okay. So the gerbil needs to soak 2 damage.
I must do this to my pet gerbil.
Is that also including fight?
No.
Please don't kill my gerbils.
You do realize this is all just me being a boss,
It's
right?
all a dream.
Pretty much.
Great. We're rolling for real life, so the gerbils might be just about to die. Rolls to take them away.
Consume Journal and complete!
Lena rolled a 6, 2, 4, and 2.
4 to -1.
What do you mean -1? Oh, a 4. Lena, you failed the roll. The gerbils are gonna die.
Well, back on track. So where are you going to?
Track. Tracks.
I will look at the pamphlets and see if
I walked into that one. So yes, you see basically all the same stuff that what's his name saw.
I can hear your voice downstairs.
I just grab a handful of pamphlets
I don't care.
and just kind of bring them over to Lenny.
Lower
Like,
your
I
voice.
found entertainment. Do you wish to
Go
grow?
just
We can do.
down and look out into the crowd, daydreaming about the day that he will have his day. Not be like, yelled at for it.
Yeah, he just kind of walks over. It's just like, there's this thing. He just hands her one. One of the. Just hands him one of the random pamphlets. There's this, or this.
Uh-huh.
So-
Can I take the pamphlet and just Harry's mouth slots?
Huh? You want to just shove? You want to just shove the pamphlets down his throat?
Yeah, I mean, he's got fire in there. I'm not very interested.
So yeah. But by the way, I rolled for what the random pamphlets were. They were all for the summer festival.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess fuck local culture.
It was just
Sorry.
it was just all garbage. You're just shoving it down. It's fine.
Oh, definitely. Replace it with the sound of like a duck honking. Yeah, replace it with that.
So
Warn me when you're going to do that.
roll me a notice.
Which one? Wait, me or like.
People watching. Roll me a notice.
Hold on a second while I get that.
+1.
But I do have a +1 in notice, so. That's bad.
+1.
What'd you get? I can't see.
I mean, you can't see. I got 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
What the hell?
So with a -1, you don't see shit.
So,
Would you roll, Alex?
It was a 4, a 6, a 2, and a 5.
So +1?
Yep.
So, you manage to see this. Lady does not. So, at one end of the platform, there is a gentleman getting off of one of the trains that is literal Bishonen. Just the full plate mail armor, the perfectly toned arms, just long flowing black locks, and he's just kind of walking along.
no. You can't even see it.
Alex, do you point this out?
Thing
Fake. What do you mean fake?
points to the
So.
samurai man.
Roll me another notice with a +1. Yep.
I got 2, 6, 2, 5, so that's +1 for notice. I'm really bad at this. My brain can't math
So,
right now.
you manage to look out and see what he's pointing at.
His radiance just like like you just imagine like beams of light like freaking eviscerating me. Speaking.
No, it's perfectly fine. As he's walking down, as you catch his eye, just the steam comes out of just the engine, and it just billows behind him.
Oh no, he's hot. Do you think a chance?
Meh.
But you're supposed to say yes.
I don't know. He's got armor. About 50-50 shot that he's even into guys in the first. And then from there, another 50-50 and he's into you. Math is hard.
It's always that. It's always that.
So, with this hilarity about to ensue, we're gonna flip over to Mike and do our last little moment.
All right.
Ooh, fancy.
So, you make it to the location.
All right.
There is the sign is literally a small wooden sign with a locomotive pulling a car, which is the actual sign.
I go inside.
Okay. It is full of various individuals, mostly human, few robots. There's even one individual that you've never seen before.
What do you mean I've never seen before?
So, he's similarly built. When you originally look, you think it's a female, but then he turns and he has the smallest little beard. And you notice his ears are slightly pointed at the ends.
It's a fucking elf.
About time.
I go introduce myself.
He's like, oh, hello.
Hey, never seen someone like you around here before.
As if I haven't heard that 6 times today.
I didn't mean that rude. Sorry. I just have genuinely never seen an elf before.
Well. Wait, how'd you know I was an elf?
Pointed ears. Lucky guess.
A very lucky
You
guess.
saw it on Reddit.
I didn't think many people had ever seen an elf around here.
Oh, I never have. That's the only logical guess I had.
To be honest, none of you have seen an elf before. None of you have even heard of an elf.
Plot twist.
There's an
Dun,
elf
dun,
on a
dun.
shelf.
He just looks at you. Lucius, by the way.
Right.
Cool. I'm guessing you're an engineer.
That I am.
Good to
How
know.
about you?
Unfortunately, I am an adventurer, not an engineer. Seemingly, you have to be one or the other to get in, so here I am.
Cool, cool.
You know, I like to imagine this conversation with every single long, awkward pause. They struggle to find conversation with each other.
So where can a man get a strong drink around here?
Ding dong.
Points at the bartender. If you got the coin.
Do I have the coin, Matt?
I'm assuming you have a couple dollars to your name.
All right. I go to the bartender.
Probably have at least.
So, he just,
Yeah.
what can I get you?
What was that coupon I had for it again?
A free drink.
Oh, I showed him that coupon. Here you go.
Okay. Walks, just kind of turns around, picks up a mug off the counter, pours you a drink, places it in front of you, takes the brochure, and he kind of just places it in a small spot.
All spot.
Thank you. And I drink.
Okay.
Roll for drinking.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's ale. It's not good. It's not bad. It's ale.
Ale. The modern day.
And with that, we will end
All
today.
ale, ale.
Yale, the ale, bale, hail.